a fake smile for everybody.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Mafia Roundtable with Dominic Cicali. First off, I'm just going to address some of the comments, and also I want to thank Graham and German for your contributions already. Wow, thank you so much. And you know what? I'm going to start this show. Where are we? Let me scroll. I saw something. With German. Good evening, Dom and Maddie. Just wanted to throw some love and support from Australia. Also, everyone, buy EG. It's 100% organic and free shipping for a limited time. Get on it. I know I would. And free shipping with 6 bottles or more, I pay for the shipping. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Before we go into the show, and there was one more person that passed the comment I was reading, and I can't find it, but they said, I thought you didn't know Cesar. Yes, I didn't know him. I have a lot of information about people when I was fighting the case. So yes, these are coming from transcripts. They're coming from 302s that I have. So, and it's inside information. It's not what was in the news media. So this is special information. And you know what? Other podcasters, they put it behind a paid wall. I'm giving it free. So, that's the difference. That's the difference. And I'm coming out every day with content. So I'm trying to build a solid platform here and inform everybody what happens. People had questions. So, yes, never met Tommy Patera either. Heard some things about him, but we have information with him. So we'll be discussing that tonight as well. So, people, this is all for you, putting everything together, and then you'll hear my commentary on my thoughts, my suggestions, if it was me, if I was part of it, which you're getting it from a mindset at one time with the way a criminal would think. And I'm not a criminal anymore, but you still have that mindset as far as if I was still in the life, what I would do, how I would conduct myself. All other reports or reporters, investigative stories are coming from a law enforcement or a journalist's mindset where they're inaccurate a lot of times because they're thinking about things they weren't in situations, do or die, or their life was on the line. So privy to, like Maddie just suggested. And she had me so mad before I just came on. Woo! She poked the bear. And when the bear gets poked, then she has to give me some honey. Right, honey? Man Shot. Go to manshot.com. You'll have all the honey you want. So with that, also, I don't want to miss it. Henry, thank you for your contribution. Hello, Dom and Maddie. I got home from work today. I was happier than a pup in a room full of rubber balls. My second shipment of EG bottles on my porch. Oh, gotta get some of that. Thank you so much. Glad you received it. I looked, even as of yesterday, all shipments went out. So I checked on the order because I like staying on top of them, making sure everybody's satisfied with shipments and everything. So thank you for that, Henry. It's greatly appreciated. Before we go into today's story, I'm going to read some of the comments like I do every day from the preview. And again, one of them, I'd be interested in hearing something about the Chili brothers, particularly Jerry Chili. He sure seemed to get away with a lot. He abused Joe Watts and was called to a sit down for openly talking shit about Neil Delacroce, like a cokehead and liked his coke and partying. From all I've read about the guy, it's a real wonder he never got himself killed. I heard he got shelved for a little while by Sonny Red, probably just to save him from the Gambinos. Who knows? Well, it would have to be a boss to shelf you. A capo could recommend it, and usually the boss will follow suit. So it would definitely have to come from a boss. And folks, you see, I'm still in my workout attire, so Apologize. Didn't get a chance to shave. I've been busy running around all day. And just wanted to come here on time, even though I was a minute late. But we're here and we're coming live, prime time, Thursday night. Another one. Hey, Dom, love this show. Forget the basement dwellers. People with no heart or backbone. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Do do you do cardio or exercise for the stomach? Cheers from New Zealand. Well, we have New Zealand in the house earlier. That was on the pre-recording. Thank you. Um, I'll never forget the bottom dwellers because they help fuel me. And you know what? I want to give a special thanks and love to the haters because listen, there's some good questions, and I read one. I'll be reading one from a hater that was really good. So I like that. So thank you, and they deserve it too. As long as it's respectful, it makes sense. And I'll be reading one of them, and you know why? It calls me out. So I like that. Thank you. Um, do I do cardio and stomach? When I'm trimming up, if I want to trim up, right now I just went into, I'm looking to put some more size on, maybe go up to about 245, 250, and then I'll cut down. I'll cut up from there. But do I do ab work? When I'm cutting up, once in a while on my days off, I'll hit stomach. My core is pretty tight. Years of being in jail, I did a lot of planks. For those of you who don't know, planks is when it's like doing a push-up, but on your elbows and you stay firm. You try to keep your body straight for as long as possible in that, I guess that format, that form, without moving. So, I did a lot of yoga too, deep breathing yoga. So my core is pretty good. So, good morning, Mr. Sicali. News article said Joe Massino and John Gotti were very close. Yes, they were close, and there was a hit together, and I did speak about it, that the Gambinos and Bonanno participated in. So they definitely had each other's back. Joe was all of it, a boss, a beast, a puppet master. Puppet master is first and foremost. He definitely was. And as many bodies as they put down the Bonannos, it's amazing, really. They took out men, a lot of good men. So, in Patera's case, shows how being bullied as a kid turned him into a psychopathic killer. So true. So true. Jeffrey, I got my EG vodka today. If I didn't have a dental appointment, I have in a couple of hours, I'd be driving in right now. Well, I can't say enjoy your dental appointment, but I'm sure afterwards, when your the Novocaine wears off, enjoy your EG. Thank you. We have Roy Munson. Why mention Caesar? I already answered that. So because I have the paperwork, that's why. And people want to hear about it. So I'm going to give them information they never heard. So that's why. This is from Lee Montoya. Would it be against the law to make a hard-headed son of 20 to make my hard-headed son of 20 by the ear to listen? LOL. Love the message. No, I grab him by the ear. I tell him sit down. Oh, you know what? Entice him. Tell him you'll give him $50 to come sit down and listen. At least you'll get him, and who knows what could do, what it'll come, and it might be the best $50 you ever spent in your life. Don, did you ever go to Mirage nightclub in Westbury? Great place in the early 2000s. That was Mirage. Mirage. It sounds familiar. I think I did go to Mirage. There's a lot of heavy weights being thrown around, Big Dom. Yes, there is. There always is. You think if you took out Sal Vitale, Joe never flips? Great question. I would say absolutely. I would say absolutely, because Joe wouldn't want to come out that he killed I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, Joe wouldn't want it to come out that his wife found out that he was part of that murder. So I don't think Joe ever cooperates if that takes place. This is from Biggs, 1996. Hey son, you say that Joe should have killed his brother-in-law and that the life comes first. But then Sammy did the same thing to his brother-in-law and you put him down for it. Which one is it? The life comes Does the life come first or not? You know what? Great question. The difference is Sammy killed his brother-in-law over money because Sammy wanted his business. Guy didn't do anything wrong with the life. Joe knew Sal was going to rat. Joe knew that Sal was a corrections officer. Joe seen it throughout the years. He knew Sal was weak, but Joe had him there for Joe's own selfish reasons. And you know what? At the end of the day, that's the difference. Sammy killed over money to take the man's business. And that's slimy.
Wolverine, hi Dom, love from India. I don't think you all believe you've touched this part of the world too. You're super good and your experiences, stories, wisdom are even more super.
Thank you, India in the house. And you know what? We were going to travel into India when I was in Pakistan. Actually, my partner, Mick, who's Michael Anderson out of the UK, he did go into India for not a few days, just for a day. He went in while we were in what's it, Metro City. When they were building out Metro City, we went to go see it, and in the infancy stages, and that's when we were doing the water projects out there. But I've always wanted to go to India as well, one day, hopefully. I mean,
someone's asking about the mind.
I know, but we're not. Website. I want to finish this, and then because we have a lot to go over. Thank you. You want to sit back here? No. Oh, okay. I love my wife because, ooh, I'm the HNIC at this table. Got it? Outside of this table, you got it. I'll go like this. Look, yes, dear. Yes.
For 5 minutes.
Better shave those whiskers, Dom. You know what? No, I like my whiskers. I like them. They feel good. Thank you, though. Okay.
Yeah, Cornbread said you didn't shave. What do you think this is, a rodeo?
I'm not in the mafia. No, listen. I used to go like this in the mafia. I didn't care. Okay, let's go.
So Xavier James, did you read that one? Paul Castellano had Junior Chili shelves for his
Yes, I read that.
Okay.
No, I didn't read that one. Well, we could go into. Okay. Alexander Wilson, thank you for the contribution. Joe Pistone, is that what you were reading? No. Joe Pistone said Caesar was too cocky and arrogant. He was with Galante, then switched. He was with Sonny Red, then switched. Massino said this guy can't be trusted and has no loyalty and needs to go. Well, with that, folks, let's get busy. No. Let's get ready to read. Go ahead, my dear.
Okay, so
okay, that's enough. Here we go now. Now, go ahead.
You can read it.
Oh, geez, thank you.
All right, so it's Cesare or Cesare Bonventre.
Okay, let's leave the accents out.
Why not? It's real Italian.
Oh mio.
Bonventre disappeared and was presumed dead in the early 1980s. At the time of Bonventre's disappearance, Robert Blino Sr. had a close relationship with Salvatore Vitali. Blino Sr. told...
just Lino Sr. I crossed that out.
Okay.
For you.
Lino Sr. told that Bonventre had disappeared. Months after Bonventre's disappearance, Blino Sr. informed Lino that law enforcement found Bonventre's body in a steel drum in a warehouse in New Jersey. Vitali advised
Lino Senior.
Oh, you have it
I know.
Lino Senior that Infanti had been responsible for the disposal of Bonventre's body. Infanti was later blamed for Bonventre's body being discovered. Infanti himself was killed a short time later. Frank Lino advised that Baldo Amato went to the 1 a.m. after Bonventre's murder because Amato had a close relationship with Bonventre and feared that he might be killed as well. Massino was on the 1 a.m. before Bonventre's murder.
On the lamb. It's not 1 a.m. It's lamb. But go ahead.
Oh, the lamb? That looks like a one.
All right.
Sally Ferrugia was running the Bonanno family. In early 2003, Frank Lino and Massino were housed together at the Metropolitan Detention Center, MDC. In Brooklyn, while at the MDC, Massino told Lino that many Bonanno family members would have legal problems if his brother-in-law, Sal Vitali, was cooperating with the government. Massino told Lino that Vitali was with Peter Calabrese and Louis Anastasio and Bonventre when Bonventre was killed. Massino also informed Lino that Anastasio shot Bonventre and that Vitali and Calabrese were present for the shooting.
Now, folks, bad enough they found a drum with a body in it, but why would Joe Massino even again talk about murder to somebody else? I mean, okay, it was one of his trusted captains, but you're in prison. You're locked up. You know everybody's cooperating. Sal's cooperating, that's for sure. But why are you talking about murders? And not only did you talk about it, you're telling him who the shooters are. That's just mind-blowing. So who knows what Joe's intentions were? And it shocks me because somebody who was so quiet, secretive, didn't want anything spoken, would be referred to by a tug on the ear. Like, it's just unbelievable. A guy who didn't want anybody to go to weddings, wakes, nightclubs, stay out of the limelight. Here now he's talking again to somebody else about murders, and it's just ridiculous. I don't understand it. There's another contribution from Lone Wolf. Thank you. Hi, Dom. Been a fan since day one. What's that? Burger the Basement Dwellers. Would you, Gene B. and John A. Light, do a show? Oh, would you, Gene and John, do a show? Cheers from New Zealand. New Zealand in the house. Absolutely. Actually, I spoke to A-Light a few weeks ago. He said when he comes down here, we'll get together. So, yeah, no, I'll definitely. I like A-Light, and everybody knows how I feel about Gene. Listen, everybody, you're not going to please everybody in life, and I feel different about it. I treat people the way they treat me, and that's it. So I have a lot of respect for them. Good. We'll go into the second. Good. You have something?
Dave said 10 Gambino members were rounded up
this
week.
I'm aware about the 10 Gambino members. And folks, I want to ask you viewers a question because I'm not up there. And like I said, when I do speak to people in New York, I don't ask them. I'm going to any of the mob stuff because I don't want to know from them. But I'll ask you, my listeners, the viewers. I noticed one name on the list, Robert Brooks. Was that Brooksy, whose father was around Paul Vario? So if you know, please tell me. And this Robert Brooks, is he the Brooksy who did time back in the middle 90s? Because if it was, I was with him, and I'll tell you why. We'll go into now the second murder, homicide. Again, my lovely.
Oh, thank
You're
you.
looking at me like a little puppy dog.
No, I was waiting for you to ask me nicely. At the time of his death, Bonventre was a captain and held a position in the Bonanno family committee. At a party for one of Vitali's sons, Massino discussed the murder of Bobby C. Capasio with Frank Lino. Massino...
Excuse me. Again, why are you talking about murders? people are, it just, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. Never, I mean, yes, even Vinny, all the murders he had, I never questioned. I never asked. Why? Why? The only murder I would talk about was the murder when I killed George Keogh. And the only reason why I would say, yes, I did it, I did time on it already. I already did time. And at that point, they couldn't make it an OC case. When I say OC, it's organized crime. I already did my time, and that was it. So I just don't understand it. Why are these people talking outright about murders? It's just mine. When you kill somebody and you get away with it, never happened. That's it. Mum's the word. Go ahead, Maddie. Thank you.
Massino told Lino not to let Infanti make mistakes like he did during the Bonventre murder relating to Bonventre's body being found. Massino told Lino and Lino Sr. a couple of months after Bonventre's murder that the situation with Amato was resolved. Massino returned from hiding a short time after Bonventre's murder. Amato returned to the area about 6 months afterwards.
Okay, folks. Now, Baldo, great guy. He was close with Caesar, close with George. It's like they're killing all the zips. And rightfully so, Baldo took off. He felt he would be next. So, it's dangerous. The life is dangerous. I can only imagine the stress he was going through, not knowing. And there's stuff I'm even going to come out with about what's his name? About Bruno when they were looking to kill him. Even more stuff that I wasn't even aware of that I went through today. So it's just ridiculous. I mean, that life is, the treachery is unbelievable, especially back then. Nowadays, it's just the treachery is, you have to watch out who's ratting. It's even worse nowadays, really. But they're not putting bodies down the way they were. That's the only difference. Good, my love.
Okay. In the early 1980s, Salvatore Vitali, Joe Massino, Richard Ricciardi, Tommy Carati, Patera, Robert Lino Sr., and Joe D'Amico were present at a family's party for one of Vitali's sons. Vitali and Massino asked Frank Lino about getting a house to use for a murder and did not identify who was to be murdered. Lino went to Patera, Ricciardi, Blino Sr., and D'Amico and relayed the message from Massino and Vitali. Patera offered to provide a house in Brooklyn for the murder. Ricciardi, Blino...
Riccardi.
Riccardi.
Riccardi? Yes.
Ricciardi.
Riccardi.
Okay, well, it's...
Okay.
Lino Sr. and D'Amico made themselves available to assist in the murder. Massino also informed Lino that Gabriel Infanti was also going to be involved. In addition, Massino told Lino not to let Infanti make mistakes like Infanti had made during the Cesare Caesar Bonventre murder. Infanti had been in charge of disposing Bonventre's body, and Bonventre's body was found sometime after the murder. On the day of the murder, D'Amico, Riccardi, Pitero, Lino Sr., and Infanti all arrived at the house in Brooklyn before Capasio. Earlier that day, Capasio was driven to Manhattan by an unknown male to meet with one of Gabriel Infanti's associates. Lino later learned that Infanti's associate was Steve Blue Eyes Locurto. Locurto met Capasio in Manhattan and drove him to the house located in the area of 50th Street around Cropsey and Benson Avenue in Brooklyn. Patera rented a two-family home at that location at the time. While the group was waiting for Capasio to arrive, Infanti looked extremely nervous. Lino Sr. told Lino that Infanti looked nervous and that Lino should take him to get coffee. Infanti, Lino, and D'Amico left the house for coffee. They went to Nathan's restaurant in the vicinity of Coney Island around Surf Avenue in Brooklyn. Lino Sr., Ricciardi, Riccardi and Pitera remained at the house. Riccardi was to serve as a doorman. When Infanti, Lino, and D'Amico returned to the house, Capasio had already been shot, and his body was in the bathtub. Pitera and Lino Sr. informed Lino that Pitera shot Capasio. They also advised Lino that Capasio had been carrying a gun and that if Pitera had not been such a great shooter, they might have been shot by Capasio. After the shooting, Infanti went outside to Locorto, who advised Infanti that there was an unknown male in Manhattan waiting for Capasio's return. With this information, Infanti entered the house and told Lino and Lino Sr. the news. Lino advised Infanti to call either Vitali or Massino to discuss the problem. After making the phone call, Infanti advised Lino that he was ordered to have the guy waiting for Capasio in Manhattan murdered. Lino left the house with Lino Sr. before Pitera disposed of Capasio's body. Ricciardi stayed with Pitera to assist in the cleanup. Infanti went with Locorto to Manhattan. Later that day, Ricciardi, Pitera, Lino Sr., D'Amico, and Lino met at the bar to regroup and to make sure the disposal went smoothly. Pitera advised Lino that Capasio was buried in Staten Island. Massino was very angry with Lino for taking Infanti away from the murder location. He felt that if Infanti had been there, then the whole mix-up with the guy waiting for Manhattan would have been avoided. Soon after the incident, Lino Sr. told Lino that Locorto was arrested for the murder of the unknown man waiting for Capasio.
Now, folks, if you want to give a break, because I'll let them in. That shows how dangerous Pitera was, how quick he was on the draw ready. And thank God he was seasoned, veteran over there, quick on the draw, because who knows what would have happened. So that's somebody capable, and people should fear, because that's an advantage to have when you know how to use a weapon and you're fearless, basically. And it just shows you when people don't follow orders or instructions the way it's supposed to go down. Number one, when you're at a hit at a vicinity, to go out is unacceptable, because 9 times out of 10 in their life, the people come early. I know whenever I had meetings, I might be 45 minutes to an hour early all the time. So we look at the area, or maybe going to just check everything out, just sit down. So if that was me, and I know I'm meeting at a house and I'm there an hour earlier, just scoping the area out. Now all of a sudden I see 3 guys who aren't supposed to be there. They leave. It's like, whoa, what's going on? And obviously he knew something was up, because many guys don't walk around with pistols unless they have an issue with something. You just don't do that. So, it's a dangerous life. It really is. It's dangerous and treacherous.
Okay. In the mid-1980s, Lino became aware that Salvatore Vitali and Anthony Spiro visited Robert Lino Sr. and Tommy Karate Pitera on more than one occasion at the Mother Cabrini Social Club located in the vicinity of Avenue U and Van Sicklen Street in Brooklyn. The purpose of their visits was to set up the murder of Gabriel Infanti. Lino was annoyed that Vitali and Spiro visited members of his crew without his consultation. Lino Sr. told Lino that Vitali and Spiro wanted Infanti murdered. Lino Sr. advised that he would inform Lino regarding the details of the murder so that Lino could be present. Infanti was murdered while Joe Massino was in jail in the mid-1980s. Pitera and Lino Sr. were advised that Frank Cheech Navarro's building was going to be used for the murder. On the day of the murder, Lino Sr., Vincent Kojak Giattino, Pitera, and Lino went to Navarro's building in Ridgewood, Queens, or Brooklyn. Navarro was present at the building. The murder was to take place in the office space of the building. Before Infanti arrived, Lino served as a lookout man, making sure no one entered the location. Sometime immediately before the murder, Lino Sr. told Lino to go into a car because Vitali did not know that Lino was present. Lino was sitting in the car when he saw Infanti and Louis Restivo walk up the steps of the building. Lino later had a conversation with Sal Vitali, who informed him that Graziano drove Infanti to a location to meet with Restivo. Restivo then drove Infanti to Frank Navarra's building. Lino waited a couple of minutes before entering the building. Upon entering the office, Lino saw Infanti's body face down on the floor a couple of feet from the door. When Lino entered, he saw Pitera standing a few feet from Infanti's body with a gun with a silencer. Pitera told Lino that he shot Infanti, then saw Vitali running up the stairs with a gun, alarmed by the presence of someone unexpected. Vitali was surprised to see Lino there. Lino was also armed with a gun. Infanti's body was rolled up in a rug and brought down by Restivo. Lino Sr., Navarra, Pitera, Giattino, and Vitali. Lino was on the street serving as lookout. Infanti's body was put into the trunk of a car. Pitera and Giattino drove the car with the body. Lino Sr. and Lino were in another car. Restivo, Vitali, and Navarra did not travel to the disposal location. Infanti's body was brought to a yard in Staten Island, adjacent to Arthur Kill Road. The burial location was described as a fencing and pool company with numerous old cars present. Lino Sr. had contracted Ronald Filicomo for a location to dispose of the body. The burial site at the fence and pool company was arranged for the by Filicomo. When Frank Lino Sr., Pitera, and Giattino arrived at the lot, Filicomo was already present. Filicomo, Giattino, and Pitera were in charge of burying the body. They could not dig more than a couple of inches. However, because the ground was very hard due to the cold weather, Pitera assured the group that he would finish the burial.
The burial.
The burial.
The burial. I love it. Good and sweet.
Well, then it was misspelled.
I know.
Lino and Lino Sr. left the lot and went to the restaurant, Villa Borghese, located on 20th Avenue and Bath Avenue in Brooklyn. There, they were met later at the restaurant by Giattino and Pitera. Filicomo did not go with them to the restaurant. Giattino told Lino that he took $2,500 from Infanti's body. Pitera informed Lino that he had put lye in Infanti's body. They also discussed Pitera's shooting ability and how Restivo had looked frightened when Infanti had been shot because Restivo had been right next to Infanti when he was killed. In the early 1990s, after Pitera was arrested, Vitali and Spiro ordered Infanti's body to be moved. They were afraid that Pitera might cooperate with the government. Filicomo's contact was no longer the owner of the yard where the body needed to be moved. Filicomo contacted Nicky Edkins Di Costanza for help with the removal. Di Costanza, a maid member of the Lucchese family, knew the current owner of the yard. The removal attempt occurred around January of 1991. Lino Di Costanza, Filicomo, Jimmy Labate, Lino Jr., and an unknown male were present at the yard. Lino and Lino Sr., arrived at the yard approximately 20 minutes after the digging had begun. Di Costanza was also in the car with Lino during the dig. After a short period of time, Filicomo informed them that they had not been able to recover anything. Labate, a Gambino associate, was operating the bulldozer being used to dig, and the unknown male was in a dump truck. The truck was being used to collect the dirt. Lino did not know where the dirt was ultimately dumped. Frank Lino had not expected to see Labate there that day and asked Lino Sr. about the involvement. Lino Sr. communicated that he had asked Labate to get the bulldozer. Lino Sr. involved Labate because Labate knew how to operate the machinery. Frank Lino claims that Infanti was murdered because Infanti fouled up during the murders of Cesare Bonventre and Bobby C. Capasio. Before Capasio's murder, Massino told Lino not to let Infanti mess up like Infanti did during Bonventre's murder. Infanti was in charge of disposing of Bonventre's body, and the body was found. Infanti also fouled up during the Capasio murder by not being there when Capasio arrived. As a result, an additional person had to be murdered. Massino, Vitali, and Spiro thought that Infanti might cooperate if he was pressured by law enforcement.
Thank you. Very good. Very good. So appreciate it. That was a lot. See, folks, it is a dangerous life. You hear about Patera, how good he was, some of the work he was involved in, and some of the people they had there. Louis Restivo was in his company many times, older at that time. And I told you, at the time I met him, I told Vinny, this guy's senile. He thought it was somebody else hugging and kissing me. First time I ever met him. And Vinny thought I knew him, and I didn't. But to me, he wasn't capable in the life. But he probably thought he was getting clipped being right there, because at that time, a lot of people were getting dropped. And that's just Massino cleaning house, taking people out who he feels is weak, even the strong ones. It made no sense. But Massino wanted to make sure he had the fear in people. And he was a master like that. He would not tell the left hand what the right hand was doing. He would gather information from everybody, bits and pieces. And then who he felt would be a threat to him, he took them out. And like somebody even mentioned, he was definitely the best puppet master out there for a boss. So I want to just go to the contributions first. Bella, thank you. Appreciate the contribution. Try and see. There was a few more, and I don't know how to get them up, but we'll figure it out. So, here we go. I have to just scroll down. Graham, thank you again for a contribution. We have Ryan Brown. Thank you for a contribution. Hello, Dom from Tiny Town, Hanson, Massachusetts. Michael F. said that his father took him aside and said, if we do a piece of work together, and I ask you 30 seconds later, I know nothing. Absolutely. I was schooled that way as well. It never gets mentioned again, especially if you get away with it, that you walk away. Should never get mentioned. Barry H., thank you for your contributions. Please let the community know what you are doing to help the community as you state you are. What community ventures are you involved in? Zero right now. Zero. Nothing. It's what I have already did in different countries. But we will get involved before the holidays. I'm going to pick, like I said, from the fundraiser we had, we collected about $130. I doubled it. I made it $300. We'll probably do one more event, probably in West Palm Beach. And then from there, right afterwards, we are going to pick families that need the money, really need it, that are down and out, and we'll do it. We'll donate. It'll be videotaped, and that's it. We'll do good with it. I'll personally do it.
I actually have, when I went up for the funeral.
You have to speak up.
Actually, when I went up for the funeral, I ran into somebody that I had known growing up, but never really friends. So her son OD'd maybe 3 years ago, and she's been making it a mission to travel around the country.
That's nice.
Talking about, so that's something maybe.
We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. People, before I go into the rest of the questions, go to egvodka.com. Order your vodka today, 100% gluten-free, organic, smoothest vodka out there on the market. And order 6 bottles or more, put the code word in fluff, and shipping's on me. So thank you for all the love and support with it. Hope everybody's enjoying the vodka. Drink responsibly, but it is really, really smooth. That's for sure.
Dave, thanks for your contribution. Who gets coffee at Nathan's like getting filet of fish at McDonald's?
Ouch. Okay. So who else we have? Bella. Okay, you're talking to somebody else. Xavier James, what's up? How are you? Good to see you here.
Kevin said, I have a friend that lived in the same building as Patera.
Okay. Listen, I'll answer this for the last time. I will never debate with a troll. It just makes no sense. I went and listen, people. I went on the Lee Cole and James Proctor show. You know why? Said a lot of they didn't speak highly of me. They were inaccurate on some things. But I gave them the respect because they're not trolls. And look at the work they're doing now, the projects. I mean, excellent work. I commend it to them. And they're putting on a good show. So people like that, yeah, I'll go on the show. But a troll, I'm not. For what reason? For what reason? So you could say what you want. This is going to be the last time I address it. It's not happening. Not happening. People that talk nonsense, Gerberish, I call it, because that's what it is. They don't feel good about themselves. They're probably wondering why they can't succeed in life, why they can't achieve anything. So what makes them feel good is talking Gerberish about other people. Cool, I ratted, I did what I had to do. But I call Gerberish just to be even sarcastic, which I am being. So how could you knock when you hear somebody did good, trying to help people, and you're going to knock things? Wow, that makes you feel good? Like unbelievable. But you know what? It's all good. And for you people that stick up for people like that, you're even crazier. You're even crazier. You're not a hater. You're just a troll watcher. So probably a troll too. So it is what it is, and that's it. We'll keep it at that. So it's not going to be addressed again. That's for sure. What else do we have? Any questions? Let's see.
Yeah, you had it at the beginning. Let me go back up.
I know. Okay. Henry, every chat room and format has people like that come in to disrupt the room. They think it's cute and cool. That's all right. They're just people. All my listeners from now on, just ignore it. Don't even engage. Don't engage. Don't give them the time, and they'll stop. That's all. So, and I want to thank all my loyal followers, everybody out there. Just don't even engage with it anymore. Let it go and just act like they don't even exist. This way, that's how you stop it.
Don, when are you coming to Don, from Don? Dom, when are you coming to Austin, Texas area? We have plenty of private ranches. Do some fishing and partake in your Second Amendment rights.
Well, Second Amendment rights, I cannot partake in. So that's a shame. That's a shame. Actually, I have the lawyers looking into it to see if I can get my rights back, but I doubt it. So do some fishing and have some EG, definitely. And enjoy a steak out there. Definitely do that.
And the Mind Drive, that was the question.
The Mind Drive, I'm working on it. It's not on themanshot.com. So I might put it on my website, Mafia Roundtable. So we're working on it to get it up. I thought it was up. That's my bad. I didn't check it. So we're working on it definitely.
John Castro said, Dom, did you ever hear about the guy who fell over the rail back in the towers and died in 2004? People think his wife pushed him over. He was drunk.
No, I don't know. I didn't hear that one.
Let me see.
We have nobody can tell that you can't shoot firearms become ungovernable. Okay, that makes no
El
sense.
Greco, how did Gotti get away with clipping a boss?
Power move. That's how he had the right people in place, and it was in there within their family. So that's how. But like Vincent the Chin Gigante with gas pipe, they tried taking him out with the car bomb. They just got the wrong person. But it's just got away with it. Made a move, and you got to give him credit for that. That was powerful move he did. So
Vincent says, ciao from New Jersey, brother. Love your show. Keep doing your thing. Buena sera.
thank you.
GN, Dom, do you know any guys from Boston in the life?
The only guy I knew, well, I knew the Angelos, actually Jerry Angulo. What's his name? But he was made straightened out with Philly, Bobby Luisi. I saw a putty cat, got to sleep with the lights on after hearing these stories. Scary stuff. It is. You know what? It was treacherous, dangerous, and that's part of the mafia. That's part of the real mafia. That you can't trust anyone. It's your friends that are walking you in, and you hear that they're renting homes to kill people. It's just unbelievable. And everybody call this guy. Let's use his club. Call this guy. Let's use his warehouse. Let's use this guy's basement. I mean, it's ridiculous. You're walking into traps. It's a dangerous, treacherous life.
Matt, did you know Jimmy Conway?
No, I didn't know Jimmy Conway, but I knew his wife and his daughters, and actually his son Jesse James.
Michael Amari, Dom, who took out Sonny Black?
I think I read it in the previous one. So off the top of my head, I don't. It was Joe Massino, that's for sure. But who I don't know. It was read the other night, a few nights ago. Alexandria Wilson, thank you for the contribution. Do you know Stephen Lacasio? He's in the news because he said that he should have taken Lacordo, I'm sorry, taken the plea instead of life. Yeah, Stevie Blue, I met him in MDC Brooklyn, which they were talking like he lost his mind back then. I guess because he was offered the plea, he didn't want to take the plea. He was making stupid statements. And Vinny sent word to set everybody straight. At least the guy's not a rat. He's doing what he has to do to fight his case. He's a man. So that's the word I put out, and it was left at that. But I did meet him. Mr. Sicali, similar upbringing, similar lifestyle, now changed man. Love to see what you're doing. Proud of you, sir. Much love, Slim. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And it hasn't been easy for me, that's for sure. It hasn't been easy. I've learned to grow into myself, into my new life, where it can't be as reactive using violence. Maybe my mouth flies off the handle at times, but we're working on that every day. So, but thank you for that. And don't do that. Don't do it because
we're working on that.
I didn't say we.
You just said we're working on that.
We see, she's working on her mouth too.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Oh, folks, I'm gonna ask you right now. Can you get the two new editions?
The third one is hiding.
Yeah, the third one's upstairs. That's last night. I'm sleeping. She comes on me, licks my nose, and starts nibbling, like giving me love bites. So I'm going to show you the two new editions. One is Snowball, and the other is Tinsel. So we're going to ask you, the viewers, for two names. Here's one, and here's two. We have them both. See? So give us names. See? Here they are.
This is. That one was like AKA.
There you go.
Kayla.
This one was like Fluff Fluff. And we have Snowball. Snowball lost his tail. It was broke. They had to amputate it. That's sad. And these babies, they're just babies. But that's 2 of the 3 we have. So I'm asking you for names. The white one's currently Snowball, and it's a boy. And did you shut that door, sweetie?
Yeah.
Okay. And the gray one is Tinsel. That's a female. So we're asking for names, and then we'll see. I want to keep the names. Of course, it would be Tin and Snow for short, but we'll see. Henry, thank you for the contribution. Dom, please answer Bella's question. She's making me crazy. Ha. Did you care about the feds arresting 10 of the Gambino guys? Was a question. Bella, I'm sorry, because the questions I was reading from you, I saw you going back and forth, and I didn't realize it was for me. So, do I care? No, I had nothing to do with it. With the garbage business, I've read a little bit about it, garbage and the demo, I think it was about. No, if the guy Brooksy was Robert Brooks, yeah, because I know him. I feel for him. But that's just the city. That's the way it is. And you know something? I don't believe with the threats they shouldn't do that. Like there's too much money out there, especially in private sanitation. Really, to me, that's greed. What they were doing. They should have stayed under the radar. You don't have to threaten and extort to get jobs. Come in at better pricing. I mean, to me, it's a stupid move. Eventually, you're going to get caught, especially nowadays. And I think it was really a bonehead move. So they made, say, $10 million. They should have made $5 million. Keep it at $5 million, come in under, and you have longevity where you're out there for the rest of your life. You're not extorting. You're not threatening to get jobs. So you only made $5 million in that span of time, but you have the longevity where you might make $30-40 million without going to jail. So that's where the mobsters have simple-minded, not businessmen in my book. So because that's the way I would have did it. I would have kept it legal. I would have stayed under the radar, maybe undercut Waste Management and any other company out there. Now I have longevity, and I don't have to look over my shoulder for extortions, threats, and that's the way I would have did it. But everybody's different.
Okay. Jay Stone, hey Dom, did you know Brooklyn Joe Ianni?
No, I did not.
With this new pinch he and his crew just got.
Yeah, no, I didn't know them. The only one might have been Robert Brooks, and is that Brooksy? So I didn't see anybody answer that one for me. Barry, thank you for the contribution. The gray one is Smokey, and the white one is Blizzard.
Oh, I like Blizzard.
Smokey. Yeah, but Smokey's a guy, right? I would say Smokey would be a guy. I like that. I like
She's
Blizzard.
bad. But Tinsel, the gray one,
is bad. That's
she's
Kayla.
Mischievous.
That's Kayla. Woo.
She's mischievous. She's got the dog stepping back.
Who do we have? Nobody can tell that you can't shoot firearms. Okay, we read that. Yeah, but listen, I'm not, God forbid, if somebody, put it this way, if I'm around firearms, I could wind up going to jail. I'm not going to take that risk, especially with me. To me, life is too short, and I'm on the straight and narrow. To me, it's not worth it. You know what? I'll take a high-powered pellet gun. Okay? I've been looking on the internet, and those pellet guns are as dangerous as a gun. I mean, they go in, some of them go into the gel, like a body gel or a reenactment gel, 2 to 2.5 inches. So those are just as dangerous.
James says New York is on the coast, all that ocean, and yet bodies that should be fish food are found all the time in graves and oil drums. Sounds stupid to me.
It happens. Definitely happens. Dom.
The adrenaline, I guess, at the moment, trying to get rid of. I don't know.
No, dude. Well, he was supposed to get rid of the drum, take it out to sea, put holes in the drum, you seal it, put holes in it, so it sinks. It never floats up with the body. But I'm going to talk about it so people want to know. With the body, you're supposed to open it up because of the gases, so it releases. All the gases release. So you open them up, it'll release, and that's it. In the drum, put holes in the drum, bring it out to sea, and it sinks. It'll never come up. But people, I don't know. Everybody's different. Dom, why wasn't Tony Green promoted ahead of Michael Knowles? Tony was promoted. He was the acting boss. But Tony went away. Tony came home. Michael was already the boss. He was already in that slot. So Michael was the last acting boss. When Vinny Basciano got arrested, Michael took over. And then from there, they put Michael in place. I'm pretty sure Vinny had a say in that to make sure he had support. And that was it. So... My luck, I found you online today. Next thing I know, you're live. Well, I'm glad you did. Hit that subscribe button. People, we're almost there, 20,000. Let's see if we could do it before before Thanksgiving. I think we could do it. Hit that subscribe button. Haters, hit the subscribe button so you get notified when I come on. Tomorrow's Friday, so we will be live at 12 p.m. our normal time, coming at you. And maybe we'll do a recap. I don't know. We'll see. Or maybe I'll do some stories and then the recap of the week.
Have you ever eaten at Dominic's or Enzo's on Arthur Avenue?
I'm not sure. I have eaten on Arthur Avenue. I'm not sure what restaurants I've had.
Biggie, go sit down. Go. Biggie.
All right. I thought I saw a pretty cat. It was interesting when the lake outside Vegas dried up last summer and they found several bodies. Listen, it's who knows? There's bodies all over the place, but yeah, that's I'm sure that's interesting. I'm sure they were bones, especially if they were there years. That's it. Cornbread Dom, have you ever got a chance to speak with Benny Eggs? No, I didn't. We never met, never spoke to him. Ace, did Vinny do the shit too, or just drink? Back in the day, he partied, not much. He didn't care for it too much. And yes, he drank. He drank a lot. Not a lot. I'm sorry. It wasn't a lot. But when we went out, we would drink. There's some nights, yeah, we drank.
Where you enjoyed. Tremel said, I think Joe Massino's ego was so big that he thought he was smarter than the government.
Joe Massino was smarter than the government. He played everybody really well. Again, folks, Joe Massino orchestrated the hit on the prosecutor. It wasn't Vinny. Was not Vinny. Joe Massino sent word, innuendos out there to make Vinny think Joe wanted the prosecutor taken out. And then Joe walked right in after he was found guilty. That was Joe plotting. This is how cunning Joe was. Let me plot, let me orchestrate this while I'm fighting my case, because if I lose my case, here's how I could cooperate. And Joe played everybody, played the government, played them like a damn fiddle, that once they crossed that line with Joe and went after us for taking out the prosecutor, they never thought I would cooperate, obviously, or they never thought Joe was the orchestrator of it. When they found out when I cooperated, I told them that was Joe Massino. Joe Massino sent word out to take out the prosecutor. Innuendos. It wasn't Vinny's idea. Vinny never had an inkling of it. They were shocked. They were really, really shocked. And Joe played everybody like a damn puppet. So by this time, the government was already in bed with him. They had no choice but to support him. And that was it. So,
Graham, thank you for your contribution.
have you ever lost a fight? Yeah, the fights I lost was Steven DeLuca when he grabbed me. Couldn't do anything. And then when I was young, really young, I lost, some fights where I wouldn't fight. It's just part of growing up. And my grandmother went upstairs, bloody nose, sending me back down. That's the Sicilian, go back downstairs. And that was it. But in my formidable years, no, I wouldn't say, not really. And there was some, we'll go into some stories about that. So, is Vinny in ADX Supermax for the prosecutor's threat? Vinny went to ADX Max. He's not there anymore. He's in USP Coleman 1, the penitentiary. He was in the Supermax. He was put there because all the antics, the hit list that they found, the alleged hit list. When the government asked me, I said, no, that's a voodoo list. I know Vinny. He would never give it to a guy, put it down, a hit list. So that's Vinny because he believed in voodoo, Santeria. And that was it. So I actually told him that wasn't a hit list, my opinion, knowing Vinny. And, that was it. But yes, he did go there. He was there for a while because they feared him and they wanted to cool his jets down. So that's what they did. So you don't like Gunsmoke for White Kitty. That's badass. Gunsmoke.
Oh. And it's a male, so it goes with that. I like that.
Yep.
That's a good one.
We have Casper. What? And Zuma? Casper. I like Casper. I like Casper.
Yep. Gunsmoke. Yeah.
Thanks, Muggs. Casper. I appreciate that one. So. Oh, we have Stooge and what? Thank you for that. Puffy. Oh, we're getting all the names in now. Someone said Bruno and Vinny. LOL. Bruno and Vinny. Yeah, but that's two males. We have a male and a girl. So.
Bruno and Vicky.
Blizzard. Yeah. What do we have, Vicky? Ebony and Ivory. Ebony and Ivory.
Ebony and Ivory. Yeah.
There's a song.
Yeah.
Folks. Well, listen, I want to thank everybody this evening. Everybody enjoy the football game. I don't even know who's playing, but enjoy the game anyway. Puffy from the Bronx, Romeo and Juliet. Okay, that's a good one. My uncle had white German Shepherds named Blizzard.
Ooh.
They're beautiful, the white German Shepherds.
I don't think I've ever seen a white Shepherd.
Yeah. We had one. Actually, my father had the trucks in Hunts Point. One of his partners down there had a white Shepherd named Max. Dog was gorgeous, really beautiful. Henry, thank you for the contribution. Why are you always trying to leave? Because I am dirty, I'm sweaty, I'm tired, and I'm not even going to have a drink tonight.
So Tony says, thank you guys very much for the wishes for my dad. I appreciate it, and I'm going to tell him also he will appreciate it. Is it his birthday, or is he okay? I don't think I read that earlier.
Can an Albanian who was born in Italy be a made man? Unless he's Italian, no. He has to be, the father has to be Italian. Then he could be made. It could be half Italian, half Albanian.
But the father has to be Italian.
The father has to be Italian. Joey and Cupcakes we have.
Tommy Karate sells his artwork off Instagram for like $300, $350 a piece.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I wonder what kind of artwork.
Wow. Oh, actually, we have to send a picture to the guy. We have a guy looking to do artwork. Thank you for that. Again, I didn't get to the Instagrams today. I'll hit up all the DMs. I apologize. Just real busy doing a lot of things. Try and get the merchandise online. So just looking for a place where the pricing's right for everybody. Johnny and Jean, LOL. Dom, can you explain?
Body and clothes.
Can you explain Chuck Zito's relations with so many wise guys. Chuck Zito was the president of the Hells Angels. I think the chapter in New York, in Manhattan. Knock around guy, very friendly back in the day. I heard he's no longer a part of the Hells Angels anymore. He's doing his thing. And at the time when I met him, he was in doing a lot of things in Hollywood. So everybody liked him. They gravitated to him. Smart guy. And, that's it. Chose a different way of life. So that's good. More power to him. Looks like a lot of yard work today. Okay.
Who, you?
I don't know. That's what the comments
Maybe
said.
me. You
Okay.
don't do any yard work.
All right. You're right. I don't do anything.
You sit on the mower.
Dom, thank you for the great vodka. Oh, Henry, thank you for the great vodka. Dom and Maddie for the great chat. Feels like friends and family in here. Wish you nothing but the very best. God bless. Henry, thank you. Glad you're enjoying the vodka. And Henry, hide it. Hide it so your neighbors don't take it on you. Hide the bottles. So it's that good. But thank you.
Juan Solis asked the Dom Sicali, what did Joe Massino think of Joe Bonanno?
I don't know. That never came up. But I'm sure everybody thought of him as a rat because, you went and you write a book, you go to Arizona. And folks, I'm surprised Joe didn't have him killed, but he probably figured going out to Arizona, killing him is just going to draw more heat. Let him stay out there, and that's it. But I'm really surprised, but it is what it is. Henry, I licked the opening of each bottle so they won't touch it. Yeah, you'll be surprised, Henry. You'll definitely be surprised. Remember, alcohol kills everything. So.
Alcohol kills everything? Oh my God.
Well, you know what I mean.
Okay, yes.
You know what I mean.
Rephrase it.
Yes, alcohol kills germs. Kills the germs. So, Dom, did you ever work with another family on any business? Yeah, we worked with the Genovese, Lucchese's, different businesses. You work hand in hand with people at times. Sometimes, they might have connections on job sites where you go in and you whack it up. So where everybody makes money.
Zamora says, Dom, Padrino, Godfather, which means Godfather. What did Bruno Jr. think of his portrayal in Donnie Brasco?
They were full of shit. Of course, they make him look like a good person. They made him look like a drug addict, junkie. So
where'd they get that from?
Well, he partied.
No.
He partied. But Bruno was dangerous in his own right back then. Ever meet Joe Pistone, Donnie Brasco? No, I didn't. What else? The commission gave Joe Bonanno a pass. I don't think anybody gave him a pass. They just didn't want to travel out to Arizona and bring heat on themselves or risk their guys getting locked up, because anything could happen, especially when you're out. The hardest hit is going outside of your backyard. So those are very extremely difficult. Look, they went after Sammy in Arizona and look what happened. No, nothing. Those are the most difficult. So, and then I heard through a grapevine that they didn't want to kill him. The guys that was sent. If they really want you, they'll get you. But nowadays, as long as you're not in the 5 boroughs, it's a lot more. I would say you're not throwing it in their face. In the neighborhoods, it's difficult. It would be difficult.
Chaim M. My luck, I found you online today, and next thing I know, you're live.
I read that, but thank you. So hit that subscribe, please. It's free.
Shut up.
And thank you. Dom, what's the status on EG coming to Ohio? I think it is. Go online, egvodka.com. Hit the shop now with the state Ohio, and it'll tell you if it's available.
So Paul Morgan says, don't give the kittens stripper names. And that's what I just told my girlfriend from New York. She said, name one of them Coco. And I said, that sounds like a stripper name.
That's not nice. Because there's a lot of people named Coco. So.
Okay.
Ah. Dom, just know if you go to Henry's, he licks the bottles of EG. Bella, that's very good. Bella, did you get your bottles today? I see your orders went through. So I hope you enjoy yours as well.
And Aaron asked, you get them shoes, they're size 11.
Oh, Henry. Oh, no, I have to go there and check.
Aaron
So
Gordon.
I'll let you know. Thank you. Henry said, no, it's not in Ohio yet. I just checked. That's good. I'll mention it to the people handling it. We'll try to get it in Ohio. Sorry about that.
The cat is gray. She's not black. Could be black cats with yellow eyes.
We have another one. There would have been too much bloodshed and FBI attention. That's true. So you're talking about probably the Bonanno hit. Absolutely. That would have been a lot of attention. But they would have known why he got hit because of the book. So I'm not sure they would have really cared because it would have been internal. But then again, they might have because those are headlines. And that's what the government likes, headlines. So, Dom, stay on your P's and Q's before Maddie straightens you out. LOL. Thank you, Tony. I try, especially at the end of the day. I don't want the woodpecker attacking me at night. That's for sure.
Cornbread. Dom, can you explain Chuck Zito's relationship with so many wise guys?
I erased it. Yes.
Where the heck am I?
I have no clue. I can only imagine.
Paying attention.
Hey, Dom, I thought Maddie was an intern when you first started because she sounded young. Ha, ha, ha.
Oh, that was
Ariana. Huh? Oh, Ariana. That was somebody else. Yes. This comment is brought to you by, thank you. This comment's brought to you by EG Vodka. With that, go to egvodka.com, order your vodka today, 100% gluten-free, organic, and it is the best vodka out there. I mean, it is smoother than smooth. It's so smooth it could be dangerous. So drink responsibly and be careful when you do drink. With that, folks,
hold on.
I have to go.
No, you don't.
I am smelly. I am hungry. I am tired. And my Mimi is calling. Yeah. She has to be fed.
Oh.
So with that, let's see.
No, there was
go ahead, then find it.
Yeah, so give me a second. Oh, yeah. Joe Hernandez. Don, did you ever work with another family?
I read that, Maddie.
Oh.
I read that.
Damn, guys.
Maddie's in another world tonight, guys. Peace out. Much love and respect.
One more.
It's probably I read that too, Maddie.
Okay.
Oh, Henry, we can't smell you. I really don't smell. I'm just I'm tired. I want to go shave. I want to go shower. I want to go the triple S. And I did that all day today. So we're good to go. I can't drink, Dom. Much love to you. Jay, much love to you as well. But you can recommend it to your friends who do drink, who like vodka. Try it. You'll like it. If I can smell you in New York, then it's time to shower. Absolutely. But no, I really don't smell. I'm okay. No, only on the third day I start stinking. Like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Only on the third day. You know. Anything else, Maddie? Because Maddie doesn't want me to leave either. With that, folks, have a great evening. Enjoy the football game. Enjoy the vodka. Drink responsibly. Love everybody. Haters, keep on hating. Thank you. Support.
Can I say one?
Oh, Jesus, Lord.
Because I wrote this. I'm proud of this.
Okay, what'd you write?
I said, in the realm of the podcast might, where tales of the mafia ignite, there's a round table bold and grand where legends gather hand in hand.
You wrote that?
Yeah, it took me like a couple of days.
Wow, I like that. You know what? We're going to put that up in our description. I like that. Very good, Maddie. I'm impressed. How long did it take you?
But why, oh trolls, do you despise the shine of Dominic, his tales that rise? His voice a beacon, truth in his words, unveiling secrets like soaring birds.
Nice. We're gonna put this shit on shirts, folks. So
Took me
very
a couple
good.
Of days, a couple of days.
Very nice. Henry, yes, yes, LOL. I shower every month on the 9th, whether I need it or not. On the 9th, Henry, I'm on the 7th, so we're good to go. Thank you. Lucy B, Lucky B, I'm sorry. I watch Don Con Little Italy, that the mom and pops Italian restaurants are disappearing. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're definitely disappearing. And those are the best. The little hole in the walls, love them too. She raps better than you, Dom. LOL. Yes, she does. No, that's very good, the poetry. I like that.
Yeah, the poet.
Dom, who introduced you to Bruno? I met Bruno when I was in Allenwood, FCI. Just being Italian from the Bronx. Everybody looks out. And then my family. Bruno was very close with my uncle Peter Sicali, and then my father as well. So the name was known. And then even from the Sicali family with the sanitation business, a few of my uncles, I'm not going to mention who, was around fish, who was with the Genovese, who wound up cooperating many moons ago. And that's it, with the Rongas as well. My grandmother's side in the private sanitation. So the family was well known, good pedigree, and I turned that around by ratting. So happens, folks, and it is what it is, and I'm in a better place today. So with that, everybody, much love. Thank you. See everybody tomorrow, 12 p.m. Don't bet what you can't afford, and everybody have a great evening. Drink responsibly. Thank you for all the love and support, especially with E.G. Vodka, and I'm sure everybody hasn't been disappointed with the taste. I mean, it is that smooth. Thank you, everybody, again. May everybody be blessed. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your family, your loved ones. Haters, much love to you as well. Thank you again. Peace out.
Like a church service.